there's no need for us to watch this nonsense now. I can get a tape from Max later.
Wait a minute. Look what she's doing. She's going to switch one baby with the other. And now she's having second thoughts.
Am I really going to do this? Can I really switch Rodney's poor dead little baby with the Carsons' healthy child?
Fraternity Row will continue in a moment.
Gabrielle, I understand now. This is what Brenda was talking about.
Grams, you okay?
Not really. I was just meditating on my sins. I don't know, Jamie. I've tried so hard not to have a conscience. But I just can't deal with all this anymore. I'm thinking of giving myself up instead.
No. Now, we're almost free. Please, Grams, don't do something stupid. You can pay for your sins in luxury in Mendorran. Now, there aren't very many cons around. This is the perfect time to sneak out. Let's get out of here quick before Ursula wanders in.
I don't know, Jamie. I just wasn't meant to live like this.
Grams, I've got 3 of the crown jewels. I promise I'll give up looking for the emerald, which means no more killing. We'll sell these to the Mendorran government and we'll retire from crime.
You promise?
I swear on Dad's grave. Now, please, hurry up. Let's duck outside and wait for Russell's helicopter. No one will even know we're gone.
You mean no one like us, Jamie? Huh? Ursula, don't do it! Ursula! No, Tina! Tina! Ursula, stop it! You're killing her!
That's
Turn it off! Turn it off! Ursula, she's got to be dead by now. Turn it off before you blow the whole place up. Tina! Tina! Don't come to me! Get her out of here! Get him! All right? Move! Get out of my way! Tina! Tina!
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one life to live.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's right. Listen, I told you that Daddy has a job where Megan works, and I have to spend some long hours here sometimes. Listen, tell you what, why don't I wake you up when I come home tonight? Thanks. Yeah, just to give you a big hug. How'd you like that? Okay, great. Listen, why don't you put Kelly back on? I need to talk to her, all right? 'Cause I love you, Al. You take care, sweetheart. Hey, Kelly, listen, I just thought of something. Could you call up Bobby's mother, see if Al can come over and play for the afternoon? I think that would make him happy. Yeah, let me know, okay? Thanks.
Sounds like Al misses his father as much as I do.
Yeah, well, he got so used to having me around when he was sick and we were in Boston. Now he has Kelly call me up so he can ask me to come home.
What, is he feeling sick again?
Oh, no. His ear condition is cleared up completely. He's just lonely and missing his old man.
So why doesn't he go over to Gabrielle's? Let her take care of him. She hasn't seen him in a while.
Because I don't want him to. Gabrielle's got a lot of heavy stuff on her mind, and hopefully she'll be in no condition to take him.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Look, I gotta run, okay?
Right now? You have to go right now?
What, something wrong?
Well, yeah, sort of.
What?
Why are you using that tone of voice with me?
Because you know I'm especially busy today. Now, look, you've been creeping around here all day. You keep walking around like you're guilty or nervous or something. You don't tell me anything. All you talk about is wanting to talk to me.
Okay, never mind.
No.
Sorry.
What is it? What is it? Tell me. Let's get it out. I don't have time to converse about it right now, but
Well,
what?
do you still love me?
Is that the problem?
No, I'm just checking.
Of course I still love you. What do you think? Spring Sky stole my heart.
No, but sometimes I worry that maybe you'd lose interest in me if all of a sudden I were to, I don't know, change.
Change? Change how?
Well, you know me, I'm sort of high-strung, and I can get very intense sometimes. And that intensity... Matt, what? Okay, forget it.
No,
Go.
look.
Do what you have to do.
I've got to see the baby switch story on the air today.
Good. Fine.
Look, don't be mad at me. It's not my fault that I'm busy and you're not. And it's not my fault that you can't talk about your problems.
Well, maybe I could if you would make some time for me in your schedule.
Now, wait just a minute. I did not make my schedule just to make you and Al a low priority in my life. Look, I got to see this thing. I don't run.
Max, I'm sorry. Just forget everything I just said. I can't tell him about Ruby Bright. He'll just worry. Besides, Ruby is never coming back. I'll just drop it, just like I dropped the part. I'll just pretend Ruby Bright never happened.
It must be the truth. It's the only logical explanation.
I don't know what to say.
Oh, she better get herself into some therapy as quickly as possible. I mean, I realize millions of people watch these things and they get very involved in them, but to confuse a show with reality?
Michael, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about Brenda confusing her life with this make-believe stuff. It's obviously where she got the idea that I brought her baby home. Oh, here it is again.
Little baby, I don't know your mother or your father very well, but I do know the daddy of this little boy. And Rodney won't be able to go on without his son. His son is all he's living for now. His wife died. The woman he loved more than life. He's so down, so alone now. He doesn't know I'm in love with him, or that I can make him happy. He will in time. But first, I got to make sure his son lives.
Yeah?
Rodney desperately needs you. Oh, God, forgive me.
Oh, there you both are. Watching telly.
Oh, yes, Mother. Al's father is a producer of a soap opera called Fraternity Row, and, well, he said that Michael's hotel would get a plug, but we haven't seen one yet.
I don't really have time to watch the show anyway.
Oh, Michael also thinks that this may be where Brenda got her idea about Garrick being her son, that perhaps we brought him home by mistake.
Oh, really? How pitiful.
It is. It really is. It's a tragedy, actually. And Gabrielle's instincts were right from the very beginning. She insisted that Brenda was unstable after her baby's death.
That was very astute of you, Gabrielle.
Yes. Yes. That is just one of her qualities. I'm telling you, I would be lost without this woman, and that is why I have decided to change the wedding date.
Really? Well, when will it be?
Next week.
We've decided to have a small family wedding here in town.
Well, I'm glad I didn't wait to be invited. Otherwise, I might have missed the wedding altogether. I'm really terribly happy for both of you.
Well, thank you for the vote of confidence. Now, I should get going to work. I'll be at the hotel the rest of the day.
All right, darling. That sounds good, because Mother and I have a lot of plans if we're going to get this wedding off the ground. And I want you to know that I do love you.
You're the best thing that ever happened to me. I love you, too. Bye.
I'm really very proud of you, Gabrielle.
Oh, please don't. God, I hate myself.
Sweetheart.
I can't go on like this. Michael has got to know.
Look, you'll get electrocuted also. Here, man. Look, you have a son at home, don't you? What do you do with him if you die, too? I'm gonna kill myself.
You just tell him it was all his mommy's fault. She messed with Patrick, and then she killed my father.
You bad woman. I swear I'm gonna kill you for what you did to my wife. Come on, cowboy, I shall fry you next.
Blade, pull Tina out of that chair. Gordon's definitely gonna be joining his wife in hell.
Oh, come on, Ursula. You're turning soft on us, Blade.
We're not leaving him behind as a witness. Now get her out of that chair.
Going somewhere, you two.
All right, you can join us in the helicopter, but nobody else.
Exact slime I thought you were, Sanders. Hand over that satchel. I want to take a look at those jewels now.
Look out! Drop it, man! Drop it!
Don't even think about it, Grandma. Hurt him, Arnold. He's worthless, but he's all I've got.
The helicopter is here.
Come on, the four of us will go. Forget about everybody else. There's not enough room.
A life of luxury in Mendorran, I believe you said?
All right. We'll split it 4 ways. Let's just go.
What about 2 ways, huh, Shar? Huh?
Police, we have the arena surrounded. Come out with your hands up. All the exits are covered. There is no escape.
They'd better know the helicopter is covering the roof.
We have a helicopter directly overhead. If you try to run onto the roof, you will be shot. Surrender peacefully. Come out the front door. Single file with your hands up.
Use Teen Quarters bargaining chips.
I repeat, this is the police. We have the arena surrounded. There is no escape. We have all...
How the hell did this happen?
Let's get out of here. Honey, I love you. Tina. Tina, it's okay, they're gone. You're alive? Oh!
Yes, honey, I'm alive thanks to Blake.
My God, I had no idea how weak you really are. It's called guilt, Mother, not weakness. He knows. Do you understand me? He knows.
Now, this truly is your guilt talking.
Before you came downstairs, he was going to ask me. That scene on the soap opera, it was so true. It was so close. Even his subconscious couldn't ignore it.
Look, stop this, for heaven's sake. Now, listen to me carefully, Gabrielle. Michael does not want to know the truth. Do you hear me? Do you understand what I'm saying? He doesn't want to know.
He did think that Brenda got the idea from the soap opera.
Yes.
I suppose that could be what he wants to believe.
Yes, exactly. And if you go confessing, you're going to ruin both your lives. It's a truth he doesn't want to know. And as long as you remember that, you're going to be all right.
Even if he wants to believe that, what about everybody else in town? They're going to talk. The gossip is going to be unbearable.
You mean everybody else knows about this as well?
Yes. They all know that I was in the hospital nursery. They know that I was alone. They know that when I went home, the nurse went in there and found Stephen dead, only it wasn't Stephen. What if they start asking me about that night? What if the police step in and start asking me?
Look, you're becoming hysterical. You're going to be your own downfall, just as Max wants you to be.
Yes, and Max knows me. God, he knows me so well. He knows that I'm going to crack under pressure. He knows that I will confess, and he will keep pushing me until I do break.
Oh, no. The Carson baby isn't breathing.
Hey!
And the plot thickens.
Spring, you were absolutely terrific.
I felt like it was good. You really mean it?
Oh, of course I do. You know me. If I didn't like it, I'd let you know first thing.
That's true.
Ooh, I wonder what the reaction was in a certain house in this town. Maybe you forgot to watch. I'll send him a tape.
Who are you talking about?
Nothing. Listen, you make an absolutely fantastic Ruby Bright. I couldn't be happier with your work.
Megan, sweetie, you hear this?
Hey, babe.
Max thinks I'm a better Ruby Bright than you were.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Oh, I'm only kidding. I know you couldn't say that out loud, even if you do think it.
Well, I think that you were terrific, Spring. Congratulations, and welcome to Fraternity Row.
Oh, that's my Megan. Generous even to her rivals.
Well, we're not rivals anymore, are we, Spring? You and I are going to work together to make this a #1 show in daytime?
Well, yes, we are, Megan. I'm awful glad you feel that way. I can't wait till we play our scenes together. It must have gotten awful boring for you to be playing against nothing but air.
Yes, well, I'm sure it will be more amusing for me to argue with you than with myself. Would you mind giving me a few minutes alone with Max?
Oh, go ahead. I have lines to learn.
And a lot of work. You're going to be facing the bereaved mother, confessing to the father. You got some heavy-duty storyline ahead of you.
Oh, I can't wait. This is turning into the best role of my career. Surely a Daisy winner next year. Oh, Max. Thank you for having so much faith in me.
Megan, I thought you were being sincere.
I was. She just makes it very hard not to hate her. Why can't she lighten up for a moment?
Because she's a very insecure person. She doesn't have your strong ego or your self-confidence.
Yeah, well, my ego wouldn't mind a hug and a kiss right now.
Oh, the stuff a producer has to do.
Well, about another hour of that, and I think I'll be just fine. You want to have lunch with me? Alone?
Oh, I would love to. But I can't. I've got to check the reaction of someone about that baby switching story.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, someday this is going to make sense to you, but I can't answer the question right now. But if all goes right, I hope that I can ease off on this baby switching storyline.
Good. Then maybe we can concentrate on Roxanne. She's been all but invisible lately.
Oh. You're the one who chose to quit playing Ruby, so don't give me a hard time if Roxanne's on the back burner, all right? I gotta run. I'll be back in time for taping. I love you.
Yeah, I love you, but I still don't like this.
Hey, Megan. Forgot my script. What's wrong? Are you upset because Max is spending so much time with me?
Oh, baby, I thought we lost you this time. What happened? I saw you. You were electrocuted.
No, honey. Blade tied the wires behind me, and then he told me to fake it.
I just thank God that it worked. Oh, yeah.
We couldn't let you know without letting them know.
Sorry, Cord, but no way I could. Look, you don't have to apologize to me, man. You are my newfound best friend, and I never thought I would say that in a million years. Yeah, I just hope you remember that as they're dragging me back to the slammer.
Oh, of course we will. And we're going to tell them how you saved my life and how you were trying to save Cord's.
Yeah, well, look, just let Audrey know, okay? Because I never had anything to do with murder. I never killed anyone. I never would.
Look, we're forever in your debt. I mean that.
That's for sure. But listen, let's get out of here, okay?
Now, wait a minute. Gotta be careful. They might grab you and try to use you as a hostage.
Never thought of it.
You have enough time to think about it.
Look, let's get out of here before Ursula changes her mind, all right?
Yes, this gives me the creeps.
Good idea.
You can either surrender or be killed.
I can't believe it. Not a single convict's come out of there, Rafe.
He's probably deciding what to do right now.
What if there's no response because we surrounded an empty building? Yeah, that thought's crossed my mind too, Herb. Captain, give them one more warning and 2 more minutes. What if they use the 2 minutes to organize a defense? Oh, we're trying to avoid a bloodbath here. I know. I want that too, but I don't want to find out that they're taking this time to get rid of Tina and Cord. Stupidest thing they could do now is hurt them. Yeah, he's right, Bo. They don't want to be captured with a murder rap. Yeah, well, I just hope you're right, Ray.
All right, this is your last chance. We're giving you 2 more minutes to surrender peacefully. If you do not come out with your hands up, we will be forced to come in after you.
You hear that? We got 2 minutes of freedom left.
I say we fight!
What, one lousy pistol? Come on!
I'm not going back to Statesville!
You really want to die, Charmaine? Personally, I'm a little frightened of eating my makeup right
Does anyone know what happened to Titan, Blade, and Ursula? And what about Tina and Cord? Don't let them get hurt now, or it's our heads!
Now, please, listen to me. We must surrender. There's no choice.
The hell there isn't. I'm not going back. Now, if any of you want to fight with me, you can. Where is Ursula?
Oh, well, I thought all that true love stuff was all bluff on your part, Sanders.
Ursula, the bombs have got us surrounded.
Yeah, I know. It's still a very good place right now, honey. But it's okay. It's okay. We didn't fail entirely.
You got a way out?
No, we did accomplish one of our goals. I did manage to terminate Tina.
Tina's dead?
Yeah, I electrocuted her. Hey, what's wrong with everybody?
Blew it. And you've got one way to redeem yourself. The bomb I told you to make. That's our only hope from keeping the cops away. Now, where is it? Ursula?
The bomb.
Yes, the bomb. The bomb. The one you said you made.
Well, no, not exactly. I was going to make it, but I made an electric chair instead. That's how I got Tina. I fried her. Oh, man, you should have been there. It was so beautiful. It was like beyond my wildest fantasies.
Ursula, you fool. You signed all our death warrants.
Why? Because we'll be co-conspirators.
Accessories, man. Accessories. We're all considered murderers now.
Big deal.
Now listen to me, all of you. Please listen to me. The 2 minutes are up. The police are probably on their way in. Now, are we going to stand here and get mowed down, or are we going to use our brains and surrender? Each and every one of you must make that decision now. I'm heading for the door. I'm willing to be the first one out.
Grams, no!
Jamie, please. Please come with me. You'll be killed.
Grams, I am not gonna go.
Ah, shoot, I'm not ready for no cemetery yet.
Yeah, my mom still visits. She don't want to see me get killed. I'm giving up.
Well, then I'll take the gun. Thank
I
you
wasn't
very
having
much.
a great time on the outside anyway. Titan, what about you?
Are you sticking with us?
Nah, smart lawyer can keep me out of jail. Well, Jamie, I guess it's just you and me against the world, darling.
The hell it is, Ursula. Get over there with the rest of the cowards. I'm better off on my own.
I am not a coward, Jamie. You know that. Besides, I know a secret way out of this arena.
You do?
Of course, sweetheart.
Ursula. Grams, Ursula knows a secret way out of here. Are you coming with us?
Jamie, please, don't try it. Please don't try it.
I am aware that Max is spending a lot of time with you, helping you with Ruby. That doesn't threaten me in the least. I'm very secure in our relationship. We love each other. What bothers me is your attitude. Why can't you relax a little?
What do you mean?
I mean, chill out. You know, lighten up. When we work together, do we have to be constantly in competition?
You think I'm still being competitive?
Yes, I do.
And you think this is my problem, not yours?
Well, as a matter of fact...
Spring.
Hi!
Sweetheart, you were fab today. Absolutely fab.
Oh, I'm so glad you caught the show. You know Megan Gordon?
Sure. Hi, Megan.
Listen, Artie, I'm supposed to be on that set over there, so for rehearsal. So, you mind if we talk on the phone later?
No problem, babe.
Great.
Megan?
Yes?
I really came by the studio to see you.
Me? Why?
Because I've got a great movie part for you.
Gabrielle, you mustn't allow Max, or anyone else for that matter, to have so much power over you.
Oh, Mommy, you don't understand. Max owns a part of me. No matter what I do, he can get to me the way no one else in this world can. That's why he scares me so much.
Yes, I do understand. Because that's exactly the sort of love I had for your father. Obviously, Max doesn't deserve your affection any more than Dante deserved mine. Oh, don't let him ruin all the happiness coming up in the future with Michael. You've only got 1 week to go, darling.
Please, just for a moment. Think what would happen if this news came out through some other source. Put yourself in Michael's place. Surely you would be more inclined to be forgiving to me if I told you the truth before we were married.
No, I'd have been just as shocked if you told me before or afterwards, but I would have gotten over it. And Michael will get over it, too. He'll see that you had to do this, darling. He'll understand. He'll forgive you. He'll know that you had to do it to drag him up from the depths of despair. Think of it, bringing home a son. It was committing the most sublime act of love.
Don't you see? If Michael has to give up Garrick, he will look at me as the cause of his pain, his worst pain. He's never gonna forgive this lie, never.
Why are you so sure of that?
Were you able to forgive Daddy when he lied to you? No. You see, some betrayals just can never be forgiven, can they?
Do you know that this is the first time that you have ever indicated to me that you knew that your father betrayed me? Does that mean that you're actually ready to forgive me?
Let's talk about this some other
time. Oh, no, let's talk about it now. I have never been able to forget those accusations. You thought that I lied to you about Dante. You thought he was the most wonderful man in the world, and it was all my fault that he was leaving us and going back to Buenos Aires.
I admit that I was wrong.
Oh, and when did you discover that, my darling daughter? When you found out that your beloved father was a cocaine exporter?
I had to face that side of his character, yes.
Why didn't you ever take back all those dreadful things that you said to me?
Because those accusations were also filled with truth. How could you live so well with that sort of an income that was...
No. We're getting off the subject here. Now, you look me straight in the eyes, and you tell me for once and for all that you know that your father was nothing but a handsome, clever con man, and that the only thing he wanted in me was my family's money.
I'm sure he loved you, too.
Oh, no, damn it, he didn't. My parents knew that. My parents. That's why they would never accept him. You know, Gabrielle, a little while after we were married, Dante told me that he wanted children. Just for the sheer joy of it, he said. Secretly, he thought that grandchildren would turn my parents around. When that didn't happen, because they were killed in the car crash. Without changing the will. That was the end of it. He didn't even wait to see them in the ground before he left me. And that's when he told me. He'd never loved me. All he wanted was the money. And now he wasn't going to get it. Adios.
Oh, Mommy. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I loved him so much.
Yes. You loved him more than you loved me. Even though I was... You're right, dear. This isn't the time to be talking about this. Now, you listen to me, young lady. As far as that baby is concerned, if they do a blood test, perhaps they could prove that it belongs to Brenda. But is there any way they could actually prove that it was you that switched the babies?
Austin's dead. No, I did admit this to Tina, but there's no way she could prove it.
Well, then they can accuse you till the cows come home. You don't have to admit it. Michael doesn't have to believe it. Darling, it was an accident. It was the hospital's fault.
Oh, no, wait a minute. I don't know if I can carry that one off.
Well, you have to do it. Everything depends on it. One false move, one foolish word, and you, my darling, are through.
Excuse me, madam, but Max Holden is here to see Mr. Grand. I told him he was gone, but he said he wants to talk to you.
Hey, Gabrielle. Catch the show?
Thank you, Jeanette. Yes, I did get to see your show.
And Michael, did he get to see it too?
Michael found it amusing. Max, I was going to call you. I was wondering if Al could spend the evening. I would like him to get to know his grandmother.
Hello.
Oh.
I'm Julia Wheaton Medina.
Mrs. Medina, hello. Ooh, when did you arrive?
Yesterday. With Gabrielle's sister, Deborah.
Well, I'll be. Gabrielle, you never told me what a lovely mother you had, but you take after her, don't you? This is a pleasure.
Well, how is my grandson? When can I see him?
Well, that's going to be a bit tricky today. You see, he's at a friend's house for the day.
Oh, well, tomorrow, surely.
Well, we'll see. I have to talk to Gabrielle about something before we can make any definite plans.
This won't take long, Mother.
Oh, no, certainly. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you. I'm sure I'll see you again tomorrow.
Oh, well, it was great meeting Gabrielle's mother. Finally. What do you mean Michael was amused by the baby switch on Fraternity Row?
Okay. And you are?
Timothy Packard, also known as Titan, a wrestler by profession. I did not escape from Statesville.
Yeah, sure. Take him.
Rafe, could you find out where Cord and Tina are? Not to mention Jamie Sanders and Ursula Blackwell.
Yeah, the chief is almost finished processing. We need to find out who we have here. I have personnel searching the building for them. And you?
Charmaine Bogard. Prior address, Statesville.
Okay. There you go. Thanks.
Okay, we're missing a few of you. Let's see, Ursula Blackwell, Jamie Sanders, Blade McGuire, all from Statesville, and Tina and Cord Roberts.
Yep.
Any ideas?
I never heard any of them, man. None of them.
They didn't come in here, Captain.
How about it, Elizabeth? Was your grandson here with you? Did he take Tina and Cord hostage?
Yeah, Rafe, he did. But he couldn't hold on to us.
Oh, we're so glad to see you.
Yeah, Bo, good to see you, man.
Haven't we got here in time?
Yeah.
Well, it was a little tight for a while, but we seemed to get out of it okay.
Hello, Titan. Look, Blade McGuire saved my life.
Yes.
And we wanted you to know that before he comes out here.
Blade, get out here.
Hey, yo.
Oh.
Cuffing.
Thanks for the tip.
What tip?
When you went to Grandview to crack the safe?
Yeah, and I saw a pretty little ballerina, but I didn't tell her where we were.
You said the closest you ever got to ballet was wrestling.
That tipped you off?
Eventually.
Man.
All right, let's take him down to the station.
Yeah, except Elizabeth Sanders. We'd like a word with her first.
Listen, Rafe, I think it would be all right if you gave Elizabeth some special consideration, just like Blade. I mean, if it wasn't for her, Jamie would have killed us twice over.
Court, I hope you're not suggesting leniency for Elizabeth Sanders. You know, Dee Dee would be alive today.
Believe me, I'm just talking about her actions over the last couple of days. Speaking of Jamie, where is he? And Ursula, too.
We haven't seen him. The police are combing the arena.
Oh, could you excuse us for a second? Honey, there is only one place that Jamie and Ursula could be hiding. It's up there in that control booth right now. I'm gonna go get them.
No, honey, don't.
Tina, I want 5 minutes alone with Jamie and Ursula before the cops get a hold of them.
Honey, Jamie has got a gun. Why don't you let the police take care of him, and
If
then
I
you
am
can talk
not
to him.
back in 5 minutes, you send the cops, all right? Just 5 minutes.
Honey, don't.
Nobody in here?
Great. We've avoided them for the moment. Now, where's that way out?
Oh, there isn't one. We'll just have to give in or fight to the death from here.
Ursula, what are you talking about? I thought you said...
I know what I said. I lied so that we could have a few minutes alone together before death or incarceration.
I can't believe this. How could I have depended on you? You're completely insane.
I'm what?
I mean about this. Please don't point that at me.
You mean you really don't want to spend a few moments alone with me, Jamie?
I want the bomb you promised you'd make so that we can escape.
It's all you've ever really wanted from me, isn't it, Jamie? You don't love me, do you?
What has love got to do with any of this now?
A lot. It's got plenty. I was just hoping that maybe we could say our marriage vows to each other right here, now, so that if we die, we would be reunited as husband and wife in heaven, and if we live, then we would be a real family in Statesville.
Great thinking, Ursula. I've got to hand it to you. But we don't want to say our vows with that gun, do we?
Do you really want to do it?
Of course. I was upset about the police, but I still love you.
Oh, Jamie. Now, I have written up some vows, actually, that we could say to each other.
Come on, kiss me.
Oh.
I would rather face the firing squad than marry you, even a pretend marriage. You're right, Ursula. All I wanted you for was the bombs. And we're never going to be together, not in Statesville, and certainly not in heaven.
No, actually, I was amused. Michael is worried about Brenda. You see, he thinks that she got her idea from your soap opera. Isn't that wonderful? See, now he appreciates me for seeing her instabilities.
So I failed.
Yes, and so now you can take off that stupid storyline and put on something that your viewers will appreciate.
No, I think not. I think I'll just keep running the story until more and more people ask Michael about it. In the meantime, I'll keep calling him and reminding him to watch the show, and sooner or later it's going to occur to him that it's not Brenda's fantasy.
Why don't you just mind your own business and your own life?
I would, but you could never do that, could you, Gabrielle? You were always interfering when you didn't have the right or the place. Like that night in the nursery.
I'm not going to listen to this. I want
Why
you to
don't
go.
we call in your mummy and your little sister? Let's tell them about this colorful little life you've led the last few years. I'm sure they would be very upset by it. But that would only warm them up for the grand finale. When you took Brenda's baby from her and gave her a dead baby. And...
Oh, you...
Oh, Gabrielle. If you would just tell the truth, I would stand by you. I would help you. I'd pay for a lawyer. I would explain it all to Brenda. For God's sake, you can't keep this up.
I really don't know. The only escape route I knew about was a helicopter that was supposed to come.
Rafe, could there be another exit out of this place?
Ursula and Jamie are definitely here. We will find them eventually.
They have only one gun and no added ammunition. I'm telling you this because I don't want you to get into a shootout with Jamie. Please, Rafe, let him live.
Elizabeth, he doesn't care about you. He'd let you die if it would help him escape.
Probably. But I'm not like him. So I care that he lives.
But he was the one who masterminded the jailbreak, right?
I think I should consult a lawyer before I answer that.
All right, what about the crown jewels of Mendorran? We were told that's what Jamie was after.
He has them with him in a black satchel. That's why I'm so afraid that he'll go down fighting. He is absolutely determined to get to Mendorran to claim the fortune.
No, you don't mean it, do you, Jamie?
Did you really think I'd fall for you?
You were just using me.
Just like Patrick. I learned from him just how easy it is to fool you.
You are the cruelest man that ever lived. I loved you. I was prepared to die for you.
You're going to.
Don't show me, Jamie, please.
How about I show you the same amount of mercy you showed Tina?
Cord, stop him! He's gonna kill me!
Nice try, Ursula. Too bad I don't buy it.
And so Lana Flagg, the town harlot, single-handedly saved the children of Landview from the great flood of 1890.
Wow, what a great story. She starts off as the most despised citizen in the town and turns out to be its most honored member.
If Lana hadn't rounded up those poor little school children, taken them to her house high on the hill.
They all would have drowned.
And the people were so grateful they named the town Landview after Lana Flagg.
Oh, please tell me that Lana Flagg is the part you want me to play in this movie.
Of course, and so does the producer.
Oh, this is great.
You can get out of Fraternity Row for a while, can't you?
Well, I have a movie clause. I mean, an out clause. I don't know. I've never used it before, though.
Well, I suggest you use it now.
Is this going to require my moving to Hollywood?
No way. The producer wants to shoot it right here where it happened, Landview, PA. The Landview Centennial Committee is behind it. The shooting of the film coincides with the 100th anniversary of the town.
Oh, this sounds very enticing.
You bet it is. So what do you say, kid? You ready to take a shot at the big time?
Well, I really should read the script first. And if I agree to your terms, then yes, I'll do it.
Don't worry. You'll agree. You'll love it.
Well, I hope so. This sounds like a great opportunity.
Don't move, or I'll personally break your arm in 2 different places. All right, I'm not moving. Ursula, what are you waiting for?
What do you mean, because I haven't shot at you yet, Jamie?
Me?
Yeah, listen up, you slug. You broke my heart, and you did it on purpose.
Ursula, I was just upset. Come on, Ursula, just let the cops handle it from here, all right?
He escaped once. He could do it again.
No, don't worry. He's not going to get away this time. Look at it this way. With both of you in Statesville, you'll be able to laugh at him for a long time.
I don't have anything to lose, Cord. I've already killed your wife.
Ursula, if you kill either one of them, I'm going to haunt you for the rest of your life. Now put that gun down now.
Please. All right, Tina, come on in. I got him.
Hey, Ursula. How you doing?
You're supposed to be dead. I zapped you.
Yeah, well, you forgot to plug it in. Nothing happened.
Okay, folks. Looks like party time is over. Back to Statesville. Move it. Nice working, girl.
Not bad, huh?
I'm not lying. I want to help you, but you've got to act to help yourself first.
I haven't done anything wrong. You're persecuting me for nothing.
Michael will eventually forgive you. But you have to tell him first.
I'm marrying him next week. He wouldn't be marrying me if he thought I would betray him.
How can you marry him?
I love him.
How? If you love him, you tell him the truth before he gets even more attached to Garrick. You're not an evil person.
Really? You always used to think I was?
Yeah, I did. But I was wrong, and I can see that now. The original reasoning was faulty, but you did it out of caring. But this charade, marrying this man...
Leave! I want you to leave now!
Oh! No, tell me something. How can you marry him when you were still in love with me?
You? Yeah. That is nonsense. I got over you ages ago.
Oh, did you? Come on. Prove it by me.
Just leave.
What's wrong? What's wrong, Gabrielle? Huh?
What are you doing? Stop this.
Well, you know... You don't want Michael the way you want me. The way you need me.
This is Charles Gibson. Tomorrow on Good Morning America, 30-somethings. Timothy Busfield joins us. Also, Tom Conti on his new role in Shirley Valentine. Then later in the week, Ben Vereen on Good Morning America.
Wednesday, Mike blames bad grades on bad vibes on growing pains. Then the kids go from footnotes to footlights on Head of the Class. Wednesday.